Scouring the internet, Flattmeister trawled days and days and weeks, or maybe not weeks, but days and days to find the next story. A story that will blow your mind, of idiotic journalists in the gaming industry. And so I've returned.
I survived.
It's been tough. Hi guys, Flattmeister here. I'm back. And I've got a really fucking... I saw this online. You just won't believe... Oh my god. I'm literally speechless.
I can't even.
Well, I tell you who can't even. I literally can't even. Is Chris Moyse. Moyse? Oh, whatever, I don't give a shit. From Destructoid. Playing, it is my traumatizing EGX experience with Monster Hunter World. You're a monster, Hunter. He goes, I only came here to play this. Okay. He goes, I turned my head to see a wide-eyed girl beaming at me like it was Christmas. Her eyes glistening behind her trendy millennial glasses. She was excited. I was more baffled as I turned back to stare at the complex layout of controller prompts I'd seen since Steel Battalion. Oh, this guy's fucking word salad. So he was playing EGX at the Monster Hunter World booth last weekend. And he said, despite the game being premiered at the show, it had been tucked right away in the corner, which didn't help Capcom no-showed the event, leaving it to Sony to squeeze the game in between Lego Marvel 2 and a Subway stand. But I did eventually find it, and here I was, young and confused, and young left town. Oh, this guy's pretentious as fuck. So he goes, the first thing that hit me about Monster Hunter World were how sharp and detailed its visuals are. Right, so he's eventually getting into informing you about the game. Eventually, in the article. Green plantation. Oh, can't mention plantation. That might trigger some people. Sweeping surf and great blue skies were very inviting. Had they not been crawling with frickin' dinosaurs. It was a world I wanted to get lost in, and I'm sure every other game would as well. I've always heard of the Monster Hunter franchise, but I've never actually played it myself. So that's a franchise I should play. If only I was already lost in the game's equipment menu, which were asking me to tool up from a selection of gear and weaponry, preparing me for a battle akin to a jaunt through Mordor. Oh my god. Like, big RPGs have big equipment menus because they're big games. This just showed, like, gamers aren't bothered by this stuff. They can quickly pick up on this stuff. Gamers are pretty intuitive, which just shows these game journalists aren't competent, hence all of them, hence, you know, Polygon's Doom, Dean Takahashi's Cuphead. It gets worse, honestly. Right. Accompanied by a steampunk cat type thing Pelico, and with the voice of a cutesy waifu guide ringing in my ears, I chose a humble short sword and shield before striding out into the unknown. I had orders to track and kill a mysterious beast until it tore me under, or 10 minutes were up, whichever came first. Yeah, because you get like a 10-minute demo at these booths, at these expos. So he's saying Monster Hunter World is a beautiful looking game, despite the occasional frame rate hiccup, moves with fluidity. I am personally not a fan of Battleborn-esque combat. Oh, see, he tried to avoid the Dark Souls. Monster Hunter World, it's just like Dark Souls.
Surprise, motherfucker!
I mean, Bloodborne. Or any other From Software game. You lazy fucking hacks. You are lazy hacks. Where strikes have long-winded animations, but my weapon choice shortened that time window. Opposed to this was the behemoth axe I found shortly thereafter that could morph into a bigger axe at the press of a button. Clearly, and weapon enthusiasts will squeal with delight at the arsenal of tools on offer.
What's that?
Speaking of buttons, found the labyrinth controls wildly confusing. Every single button, both sticks, the D-pad and the touchpad are all utilised, with everything changing context based on your immediate situation. That sounds pretty cool. Whilst experienced monster hunters will likely pick things up in no time, or, competent gamers, experienced gamers, new players may find themselves drowning in commands, actions, menus and dials, all of which will change with wanton abandon. Following a trail of footprints and skid marks, lulls, I eventually came across the huge beast, a giant Komodo dragon with a huge pulsating throat. I just wanted to run away, but my cat sidekick told me it was time to put a 3-star hurting on the beast, so I leapt into battle and simply carved its face off. Okay, so it sounds like you got stuck in. Actually, I got taken down quickly and brutally mauled for an age, unprepared for the slow animation that would precede my strikes. Undaunted, I got back to my feet and back to work, using my mobility to circle the creature and pick my spots, chipping away until the monster fell down, lay hapless, kicking its legs and screaming. "Now finish it," said Pelico, salivating at the visceral carnage. I continued to chop away at the huge lizard with numerous different combo attacks until it regained its footing and limped away to its lair, where I was prompted by Palico, eyes burning with bloodlust, to finish it off. Thus I followed the crippled creature to its nest and awkwardly sliced the life out of its beaten, defenceless form, like the big man that I am. God, you're fucking self-loathing.
How dare I kill a fictional, not real creature? Oh God!
Like whipping his back. Oh my God. I had slain the beast and also gathered some nice flowers along the way. Okay. Then it happened. As triumphant music played, and my characters leapt in action, 4 miniature versions of the creature I had slaughtered slinked out of the darkness to nurse the corpse of their mother, who I had just killed because someone told me to.
Nobody cares! Nobody cares! Nobody cares! Nobody cares! Nobody cares! Nobody cares! Nobody cares!
You know when Simba finds Mufasa in the ravine? Yeah, that. The young creatures innocently nudged at the still body of their provider and howled with sorrow, whilst Palico, the little fucking bastard, danced a merry jig. Dear God, what had I done? Then one of the younglings turned to the camera and said, "Why did you kill our mum, Chris?" That's how I remember it anyway. Oh, what the fuck, man? A Sony rep, noticing I'd finished the quest, came over and said, "What do you think?" He beamed.
I'm a fucking monster, I replied to.
Which he laughed nervously. Yeah, because he's like, oh no, not another one of these fucking SJW journalist cunts. Ugh. Boy, did I feel terrible for my actions. I know these games are hunting games, but some punk once told me the series was basically like Pokemon. Sure, if you slaughtered a crippled, bleeding Snorlax and orphaned his kids, Monster Hunter was an experience. It's a great looking game with an exciting and inviting world. It appears to have a vast gear system and very expansive combat, tracking, trapping mechanics. It even sports a surprisingly wiry sense of humour. The creatures I encountered were creatively designed, and although a little jerky, moved well right up till the moment I made them stop moving. I don't think... here's this ending bit. I don't think I'm the market for the game. Yeah, you're a games journalist. You're not a fucking gamer. Piss off. It isn't a style of combat that I enjoy playing, and the circle of life aspects of the game's theme doesn't sit well with my broken brain. There we go, ladies and gentlemen. I think that fucking answer it for us. These game journalists are fucking mentally unwell. They're unstable.
It's a very, very mad,
They're fucking unstable. You see this with Gamergate. All these journalists attacking gamers for speaking out about ethics. The same is happening with Comicsgate now, or quality control. That these writers and these SJW comic book websites think that they can speak on behalf of the real readers, and the real readers are speaking out, and the writers can't take criticism, and they're attacking comic book readers, consumers of the comics. Fucking mentally unstable. I'm not meaning to stigmatize mental illness, because I've got family that have suffered from mental health issues. That you can't differentiate between fiction and reality. Yeah, you've got problems. If you can't play a simple game and just enjoy it, switch your brain off. That's what gaming is for. Well, that's what all fictional media is for. That's what literature is to literature, fictional literature, comics, graphic novels, video games, board games. It's all to switch your brain off, to escape. Movies, I forgot them as well, movies. It's all to switch your brain off. Sure, we want to get lost in a world, but for you to get like that in an article, like this is literally so he could get that headline going, I'm the monster. It doesn't sit well with my broken brain. Yeah, you need to get some help, Chris Moyse. It may be a fantasy world, but I felt no different killing a grazing dinosaur as I would have had it been a Kabbalah title. Hell, I once even walked away from the Big Buck Hunter pinball machine without finishing my game. But that's just me, and I'm sure you Monster Hunter fans will find my upset laughable. Yep. I'm fine with that. As the industry's Chris Moyse, I can accept your mockery. I think Monster Hunter devotees are in for a real treat with this title, because as morally odd and technically complex as I found it, I'll just reiterate the words of the still beaming gal stood beside me. Oh shit, that was so cool. Oh yeah, the little girl that he said about at the beginning. I wonder why the fuck he was going there with that. Like, oh, there was a little girl stood next to me with her eyes wide open. Says like in his profile, Chris formerly Originolia. I'm not going to fucking pronounce that properly. He's been playing video games since video games began, which is funny because that's what Dean Takahashi said, that he's been in the industry for 18 to 25 odd years. Oh look, here we go. Yeah, he even admits it in his profile. He goes, has been playing video games since video games began. Still terrible at them though. There we go. See, look. Turn-ons include digital punching, angry luchadoras, and rambling nostalgia ilk. Oh, it cut it off, right. And rambling nostalgically like Abe Simpson. Mind like an encyclopedia, face like a phone book, and mind like a fucking mental health patient in a straitjacket. My pen shall heal, not hurt, L.M. Montgomery, just to show I'm pretentious that I quote somebody in my profile. I generally struggle to afford new games, and when I only really have one choice between Ruiner, Cuphead and Tooth and Tail, things get trickier. Oh, what's the matter? Destructoid not paying you enough? I'm not getting any more free review copies. Well, Bethesda stopped there giving out free review copies. It's just irritating. Like, so this is a profile. He's only got 998 posts, 16 blogs, following only 9 profiles, and only has 38 followers. Oh, they only just your friends in the inner circle. Destructoid, Kotaku, and Polygon. Is that all that follows you? You sort of... Oh god, this gave me brain ache. After scouring the internet, Flattmeister was successful in his mission. So yeah, guys, leave a comment on the video. Tell me what you think. All that like and subscribe stuff. You guys know what to do. I'll catch you in the next video. See ya.
Here, eat this. Well, I'm not really hungry.